Hello, my name is Elijah Wells, and today's review is Claire Glipsy's new movie, Dumb Money. The movie follows Keith Gill, who's portrayed by Paul Dino, who's basically a YouTube financial analyst who noticed some strange happenings happening within GameStop stocks, and so throughout the lockdown period, where he lives in his home he rents in Massachusetts, he decides to make a YouTube channel to encourage people to buy stocks for GameStop. And of course, in the beginning of 2021, as we all know, it went up, causing a massive squeeze to the point that a lot of hedge fund managers were pretty screwed at this point. And it also does follow into some perspectives like a nurse in debt, some university students, a person who works at a GameStop store, and of course his close family. Even though this movie takes place in January 2021, around the same time when Olivia Rodrigo got a driver's license, Donald Trump soared his political reputation, Marilyn Manson turned out to be a very nasty piece of work, and Sia committed a career kamikaze with music, and at the very same zeitgeist of time, there was a massive squeeze at Wall Street, particularly with the GameStop stock prices, as they went up and up to allegedly up to 9 million within 2 days, and up to something like tens of millions within weeks. And of course, it did cause a lot of pandemonium, as I do remember on social media, and people on Reddit, and just went absolutely wild with these bets. I think I knew a couple of people that actually invested in this, to be honest. And the movie, even though it does take place on really recent events, which is a titty bit surprising, just on sole purpose that, yes, let's make a movie out of it before people kind of write it off as a fad or write it off as a phase or something. But this was this was a weird time on the internet when people were for some reason obsessed with cryptocurrency and NFTs and getting money through admittedly some unorthodox crypto way, even though most of the time people would lose their money, to the point that even watching it at my cinema, there was a advertisement disclaimer that says don't get played, play smart when it comes to how cryptocurrency is more of a loss than a gain. The performance of Paul Dino is actually really great in this movie, as there's a likably charming dork who's really into finances, and he's the roaring kitten with a really flashy sense of fashion, and has posters and t-shirts of kittens and thunderbolts, and he gets more and more idolized as almost like a god figure, as he's pretty much made it rain on ordinary Americans around America. And he likes his dog, which I remember that moment just blew up on Twitter. And Pete Davidson is also really great as the brother of Keith, who doesn't really get along with him that much. But also, it does play into other perspectives like the nurse, university students, the clerk at a GameStop shop, and also the hedge fund managers who, the more this dragged on, the more they were pretty much in their own tight squeezes themselves, to the point they're pretty much financially screwed at the end of this. The movie, when it comes to terms of writing, it's very easy to digest. I am the type of person who does not care about cryptocurrency and Wall Street and how stock prices work or anything like that, but it does in a way that it isn't a type of film that's specific for that audience, like people that already have a degree in finance, or something on the same line as Big Short, where sometimes it would act like a documentary for more complicated can of worms about the world of finance. But for this one, it's very easy to hop on and easy to understand and easy to grasp around the terminology of certain ideas that were thrown around in Wall Street, the rules and ethics, and a lot of grey areas that go around, like Wall Street betting and the what is typically taboo within these areas, and was typically a lot more of a safe bet to get away with within the Wall Street, which is something that I myself, as someone who's not really too financially interested in a lot of this stuff, does really find this a lot more of an appreciation for it now. Again, this is very contemporary times, and even though I am not the biggest fan of TikTok when this whole thing was spreading like wildfire, like, yes, it does have songs like Savage by Megan Thee Stallion and WAP by Cardi B, and also my favourite song out of this is Seven Nation Army by White Stripes. Again, this is leaning into more TikTok territory, because I don't have TikTok myself, and I tend to find TikTok music a bit hit or miss, but they chose good ones here. But for my opinion, TikTok is just mostly something I don't want to invest my own time into, just on sole purpose that I don't want to like conform to this let's dance because I celebrate getting tens of thousands through GameStop or anything. It's just I just find it a little bit too weird for my liking. But again, TikTok is proven to be a very pivotal selling point in this movie, and a pivotal zeitgeist, particularly in the early 2020s, particularly during the lockdown, which is something that is very predominant in this movie, because again, this is very contemporary times, and this is a movie about our contemporary politics around Wall Street and how the ordinary person kind of fought against the hedge fund managers. Again, something I do not want to brush over in this movie is the class divide. Like, Pete Davidson's character, Kevin Gill, he's basically, after working from Dick's Sporting Goods, he's been laid off, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, and works as a person in DoorDash, and has a massive grudge towards Keith, played by Paul Dano, for being way too financially obsessive and being too much of a geeky nerdist person, and that, oh, you're not going to get money out of a failing store. And again, like most stores, during this time, GameStop was not a victim of it. It was a victim of it, but it was pretty much so that people thought it was pretty much heading to the end of GameStop when he came along, and for what I can tell, it's still operating and still going today, particularly in the US, but here in the UK, we just got Wilkinson, so probably not the greatest situation here in the UK, but something that does raise some interesting ideas about class divides. It did have Nick Offerman and Seth Rogen, Sebastian Stan, and Rashid Kodar, who basically are a bunch of CEOs of like hedge funds and Robin Hood, which is and also how Keith mobilizes his entire squadron of ordinary Americans through Reddit, through YouTube, and pretty much made everyone almost feel like kings for the day. Again, ranging from people like nurses, people ranging from university students or store clerks, which is something as almost like a common thread that binds people together, is that it's Keith. Dumb Money is a very interesting study in the contemporary age of class divides, social media usage, and the rules of finance, the ethics of Wall Street, and they're basically the common Joe and the big rich CEOs of some hedge fund. The movie is very hilarious as well, and the movie is very informative about very complicated jargon about Wall Street and about placing bets on Wall Street, and being a pinnacle zeitgeist of the midst of a lockdown and this really weird era that we're still reeling from to this day, and how every American man and every American woman has almost like a common thread, almost like a religion of some sort, and how Keith Gill, played by Paul Dano, is almost like the Robin Hood in this story, as in he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. So I'm feeling Dumb Money is an 8 out of 10. So, what do you think of Dumb Money? Follow me on social media, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd, and this is Elijah Wells, and bye!